What's up, Awesome Fit family? Today we're going to take a trip to Peru where we make ceviche, one of my most favorite dishes to make. My brother's girlfriend Carla is actually from Peru. She lived there for over 18 years. So I got this recipe from her. I might have made a few tweaks to it, so don't yell at me or anything, but this is going to be a really great meal to have during your Camp 6-Week Challenge. If you're not on the 6-Week Challenge, that's cool too, because this is delicious either way. So let's make it. Welcome to Carpenters Kitchen, and welcome to our YouTube channel where we help you accomplish your fitness goals before, during, and after the Camp 6-Week Challenge. If that sounds cool to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell icon so you won't miss any of our workouts or other instructional videos just like this one. We do post them every single week. And if you want to help support the channel, or if you think ceviche sounds really good, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. That just helps spread this video to other people who might want to be a part of our Awesome Fit family. So let's get to work. So in order to make this Peruvian style ceviche, all we're going to need is some white fish. I'm going to be using tilapia. We're going to need some sweet potatoes. I know it sounds a little funny, but we are going to have sweet potatoes with our ceviche. It's delicious. We're going to have celery, some cilantro, a little bit of garlic, a lot of lime juice. We're going to grab the lime juice from the actual whole limes. We're not going to get it from the carton. Get the limes. If you want to put a little heat on it, you can put your favorite pepper on there. We're going to be using habanero. I just love the color and the beauty of this beautiful, fierce, spicy pepper. And then we're going to have some salt and pepper on there as well. And that's all you need, so let's do it. Now, if you're going to be serving this for the whole family, I would suggest using probably 20 limes, if not more. What I like to do is give the lime a little bit of a roll, just to break up the fibers in that lime so I can get as much juice as I possibly can from these limes. So we're just going to cut them all in half. Because what we're actually making is what we call tiger's milk. Tiger's milk is going to be the juice that actually cooks the tilapia, cooks the whitefish. So we're not cooking it with heat, we're cooking it with the acidity from the limes. And that happens very quickly. So the tool, if you do not have this tool, you're going to want to pick it up. It is amazing. Whoa! It is an amazing tool to really get a lot of work done when it comes to squeezing limes. So what we're going to do with the lime is we're going to actually only squeeze it halfway. I only want to squeeze it halfway because I don't want to get the bitterness of the pulp from the lime. So we're just going to squeeze it halfway and then move on to the next one. Let's go ahead and get our cilantro going. Some people like to use these stems, some people don't. So we're actually not going to use the stems today. So I'm just going to cut the stem off here, put it to the side, kind of give it a pinch and a pull so I can get the cilantro branches off of the actual stem. That's about good enough. So what I'll do is I'll give it a little bunch here. And I'll take my knife to it. We're not cutting it too finely. This is going to not only go in the tiger's milk, but it's also going to go on top of the fish after we are done. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the purple onion, or the red onion as some people call it. What we're going to want to do is have it very thin slices here. So we're going to cut this very thinly. Alright, so that looks about good. Now what I do have next to me is a dish full of water. This water is cold. I'm just going to wash I'm going to break up the onion and put the onion in the cold water. This is going to, keep it cold of course, and it's really going to make the onion a lot more palatable. It's going to make it taste really good. I did save a little bit of the onion because I do want to finally chop off some of this onion so I can put it in the lion's milk mixture here, or tiger's milk, whichever. Alright, so I'm going to put this to the side here. I've got the celery in place for that as well. Now let's get some garlic going. I'm just going to take 1 clove, give it a smack. It's going to break up the outside of the garlic clove here. I'm also going to cut off the end piece, and that shell should be able to fall right off. I'm just going to cut it up a little bit. Obviously the blender is going to do a lot of that work as well, so I'll put that in there with the tiger's milk mixture. And last but not least,
the habanero.
Beautiful habanero. I'm going to cut this up finely. I'm also going to take the seeds out of it. Of course, I do not want the seeds in there. If you do want it to be very spicy, then you can keep the seeds in there. But I'm going to take these seeds out. I'm just going to use a spoon, kind of scrape them out here. Now that you've touched this pepper, make sure you don't touch your eyes or your mouth. It's going to burn. Now we're just going to finely cut this pepper up. I'll put this in its own container. I don't want to mess with it. Alright. What I like to do when cutting this fish is I'm just going to cut the middle part out. This might be a little rough. Just going to put that to the side. I'm going to take a 45-degree angle, cut about 1/2-inch cubes. This is going to allow the lime to actually cook the fish nice and evenly. Alright, we're looking good. Let's go ahead and make the tiger's milk. I'm just going to put a little bit of fish in there, not too much. I'm going to put my lime juice. Oh. My onions, my celery, my garlic. Put a little bit of cilantro in there. And lastly, I'm just going to put a little water in there as well. And there you have it. Now all we have to do is put the cap on, blend it up very lightly, a light blend. And then we're good to go with the tiger's milk. Do a little bit more here. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, nice and watery. If it's not watery enough, you can always add a little bit more lime or add a little bit more water, re-blend it up a little bit, or just mix it up with a spoon, and then you'll be good to go. So what we want to do now is strain this tiger's milk so it's not just a thick, goopy texture. We want to have it nice and watery. So where is my tools? Here we go. I'm going to grab a spoon and just kind of push it down. Just kind of work it for a few minutes, just so we can get as much tiger's milk out of this as we possibly can. Alright, let's put this to the side. I'm going to grab my ceviche and I'm going to salt the ceviche here. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to grab my fish and I'm going to salt the fish. This is going to open up the pores of that fish so it can really soak up this lime juice, tiger's milk here. So give it a mix. Really absorbs that salt quickly. Alright, now we're all set to cook the actual fish. So go ahead and grab your tiger's milk and just give it a pour. Mix it up, make sure it's nice and evenly spread out throughout this fish. And it only needs to cook for like 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, so while that's cooking, I'm going to grab my sweet potatoes and just get the skin off of them. I just threw the whole sweet potato in the water here. Now if you're on the Camp 6 Week Challenge, what you're going to want to do at this point is weigh out your carb. Your carb is going to be sweet potato. So if you're doing that female portion, you're going to have 2 ounces of the sweet potato. Since it's now cooked, you weigh it after you cook. And then, you know, if you're on that male 6 Week Challenge, 20-pound challenge, we're going to want to do a 3-ounce portion. I'm going to add the red onion. Nice big thin slices here. Be generous. We're going to add cilantro. And some beautiful orange habanero pepper. And that's all you need to do. It's a delicious, super quick, super low in calories way to be conducive to the meal plan, lose some weight, and enjoy the process. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you have any ideas of how to make it a little bit differently. Like I said, there's 800 ways to do it. So throw it in the comments the way you like to make it, and I'll see you on the next video.